Hey guys, welcome back. I am TJ Dirty York. This guy's Gallifrey Madman. We are here for the Gamers Rundown, another episode keeping you up to date with what's going on in the industry. Our opinions, our thoughts, our dancing. And earlier, I looked like an Oompa Loompa. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Some strange video stuff going on there.
Yeah, he's not really an Ewok. He was just a hairy Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, I shed my winter coat, but it's all sorted now. How are we doing, Gil? How's the week been?
Uneventful. Just same old. Just working on some winter plans. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what's going to be happening come this winter, but we'll keep you informed on that. There might be some changes. So,
well, I hear the mole needs a Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm not that fat anymore.
I just noticed you've got a green hat. So with the green screen, is that going to affect?
It's not really green. It's neon.
It's like the top of your head might disappear.
No.
It's like iRobot.
Nah, I just have to adjust the spectrum for what what shade of green.
He's getting all technical now, people. All technical. This is where he loses me. He starts talking about technical stuff. But on a note, I have it's the size of my head. I've got a galley coffee. I'll be awake for like 3 weeks. Quite strong as well. I'm very quite strong. Because he bores me halfway through, so I kind of start nodding off. And things I can't do that now. I can't do. Do you know what? See, before I'm like when you go around, you go really technical. I've now got to go. You'll notice when the caffeine kicks in, you're like that. Just intensely just staring at a little dot right there. But yeah, we're all good. As you can tell, we're ramped. Yeah, we're ramped up for this one. It's a place close to Galley's heart. Is the topic of this podcast. And obviously, we'll beat around the bush. Not literally.
Well, just to touch on some some quick game releases that happened. Of course, everybody knows Destiny 2 came out last week. And I don't know. I'm not really going to get deep into it. So don't be looking for a show on it because it's probably been covered to death by everybody else.
Yeah.
All I will simply say is if you were a fan of the first Destiny, if you were somebody who was, I liked the first one, but it got boring, I didn't like the grinding, and even if you're somebody who was not really too enthralled by the game, you definitely got to give Destiny 2 a try. Most everybody I know who didn't end up liking the first one are absolutely loving Destiny 2, and there is a lot of changes to the game that just make it a whole lot better than the first one. So that's all I'm going to get into it. Just give it a try. You'll probably end up liking it. It's just that good of a game.
If you don't know anything about it, just go into any gaming website. It's all it's.
Yeah, it's covered thoroughly.
10 articles, 9.5 are Destiny 2. It's like a virus. It's everywhere.
It's a major hit. It's probably bigger hit than the first one right now. And of course the other big release out on PS4 was Knack 2. Go figure. First one was ridiculous. I all of a sudden people started enjoying the fact that Knack 2 was coming out, and they were talking about, I can't wait to play Knack 2. Love the first one. Really? I never saw anybody who liked the first one before. All of a sudden, they're all out.
It's like that. A game will come out, right? It won't really get much interest, and all of a sudden, a sequel comes out, and the sequel is pretty decent. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, do you remember the original? Oh, fantastic. Such a retro classic. No, it wasn't. Its sales were poor.
The first Knack was a major bomb.
Was awful.
Oh yeah, the first Knack bombed like crazy. It was just so why a second one came out, I don't know. But either way, heading into our first topic here is a game probably that's fallen along the same lines as Destiny, as far as love hate. lack of content.
I think it shares. I think there's a hell of a lot of similarity between Destiny and the game you're about to talk about, in the way the way it kind of operates. You've got that grind, same locations, pretty much the same battles. They just get harder and harder and harder. But I mean, announce what is our topic for today.
Okay, we're going to talk about The Division. Tom Clancy's The Division. Now, this is a game just like the original Destiny. I've always loved. I love the gameplay in The Division. It's to me the gameplay is better than Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands. I hate the fact that in Ghost Recon Wildlands you have to play with a 4-man team. Now, of course, you don't have to be with other players, because if there's nobody joining you, then it gives you 3 other AI players to play along with you, and you can't get rid of them. Well, I find that annoying.
Well, no, you can. You can.
Well,
you just send you send them off on a random John. That's what I do, because there's one, right. I can't remember which one it is. There's one, right, that always fucks up. You send them over there. Jeff goes over there. You send him to hold fire, and Jeff's like, pew, and sets the alarms off. And it's always the same guy every single time. And I think it's a little Easter bunny they put in there just to fuck you over. So you can play Wildlands by yourself. Just when you arrive somewhere, just say, right, I don't know, go down to the offie, get me a carry out. And then while they're off down at the offie getting the carry out, you smash the good looking bird. That's what I used to do. Just send them off some.
I'd much rather it be to where you don't actually have to play the game with a team. But and again, this is why I like The Division. A lot of times when I play a game, I'm a lone wolf. I do enjoy playing in parties and groups and stuff like that for certain things, but for a lot of majority of the game, I like to lone wolf it. There'll be a lot of times, like when I played Destiny 2, when it first came out, I had a bunch of friends. Oh, join party, sending me party invites. No, because you're all going to talk, and I want to listen to the story. But that's me, if I'm going to play a game, I want to get into the story. I want to hear what the characters are saying. I don't want to listen to a bunch of my friends just sitting there, taking the piss out of each other. So
I do. It's not so much a love-hate relationship. It's my attention span for Division is quite short. And what it is, it's not the way it handles, it's not the way it looks, it's not just the game itself. It's the grind. I get kind of bored with it really quick, and it's such a shame, because the game looks beautiful, it handles really well. I know it's what's not to like, but it's just that grind. It's the going back to the same place and then putting 300 rounds in this guy's head, and he's like, "Mate, you messed my hair," and then hits you, and then just takes you out in one shot.
You're still low level.
That gets me.
You're still low level. I'm at max level, gear level, so I'm at the full 256. So my sniper rifle has over 500,000 DPS. So 2 shots and I'm done with most all of them.
2 shots and you're done.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm a cheap date.
Earlier on, you said you didn't like grinding. Now you're saying 2 shots and you're done. Very female viewers watching. No, he has a fantastic character. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, so does my friend Bobby, but doesn't mean I want him to blow me.
He's a great conversationalist. He really is. Who's Bobby? Whoa. Hold on. I'm just checking. I didn't realize the closet door was open. Something you want to tell our viewers? I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Believe it or not, I have a female friend named Bobby. But so anyway, The Division, it had most of its DLC and expansions that have come out were basically all multiplayer. You didn't really continue on in the story, which is what was a big gripe with the game. And it's one I also had also. Basically it was just survival modes, which survival mode wasn't too bad because if you did the survival DLC, what you were is you crash landed into somewhere in New York, and you had to find weaponry. You had to find clothes to keep you bundled up and warm, so you didn't freeze and get hypothermia and die. You had to find things like water so you don't dehydrate. So basically, it was a true survival mode. And you, of course, all this while fighting off the enemy. So it wasn't too bad. But again, most everything in the Division when it came to DLC was just horde mode stuff. And not that it's going to change a whole lot, but the new update, this largest update Division has ever had, is coming out this fall. And it's Division Update 1.8. They're opening up a new area of the map. They're adding onto it. They're opening up the piers up in. Now, if you're somebody who knows the Division and you know the map layout, when you look at your map and you're looking at the layout of Manhattan, and of course you got all the dead zone, the whole red area. But if you go up into the top left of the corner of the map, where you can't go right now, there's the piers, the West Side Piers. Well, that whole section of the map is going to open up. They're going to continue the story. Now, they haven't gone into depth about how they're going to continue the story. All I'm saying is you better include Aaron Keener, which is the main protagonist. Or is that the right word I'm looking for? Protagonist? No. Antagonist.
Antagonist.
Okay. An antagonist. He's the Division agent who went rogue and he stole the virus, and he's the one you need to track down. So whether he's going to be part of the new expansion, I don't know. What I do know as far as the story is that when you've played the Division and you've beat all the different divisions of the bad guys, you have the cleaners, which are the waste management employees. You have the rakers, which are the escaped inmates, and you have the LMB, which is the private military security. Basically, you've beat all their leaders, so they're kind of like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? They've all got together at the West Side Piers, and they've decided to work together to take back the city. And this is part of where you're going in now, and it's your job to finish them off, take care of them, get them out of the picture. And of course, you're going to have horde mode stuff. You're going to have different levels in the piers to go through. How long? I don't know. Is the expansion as far as the story mode? I don't know. I haven't seen anything saying anything about that, which they probably aren't going to give away. What I do know is that your gear level is going to rise. So if you're at max level 256, they're going to be raising that up to 286. And hopefully we'll be getting some new weapons as well.
Like level 60.
Because most of the assault rifles in the game suck.
See, when I play, I tend to use the LSW or the LA85 A2.
The light machine gun.
Yeah, I just like it. I do. But then again, I'm only level 60, so everything's kind of a struggle for me. Like I said, I go on and I like being in the game. I really do. I love the walking about and the way it looks. Now I've got 4K telly and stuff. And I do. It's frustration. The frustration gets the better of me. It really does. I think I take it to that point where I'm at that point where, right, I've got him now. I've almost got him, them, whoever I'm fighting. And I go, oh, fuck it. That's it. And all that hard work I've done, I just lose. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think in the past where I've had, mates who are high levels, don't get me wrong, who, one-shot kills and stuff. And I go on with them, and this is where, like, see, this is where you, right, when we done Destiny, you would do the lower level stuff for me and help me through it, okay? Mm-hmm. The guys that's playing on Division, they're going to lower levels. Instead of sort of helping me through it, they just like storm ahead and just kill everybody. No, you're helping me level up.
The main problem when it comes to Division, the Division. The main problem that game has, and it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing in some people's case, because you do have friends that end up playing more than you and they get higher levels than you. But in the Division, unlike something like Destiny, you get penalized. Sorry about that. You get penalized for having higher level characters come in to help you, because now instead of your friends just being able to come in and rapidly kill these lower level characters that are at your level, they raise the enemies to your friends' levels. It makes it impossible for you to kill.
It kind of defeats the point of. I mean, I remember when it first came out, it talks about it being it's a social game, it's team based.
Yeah,
and that was kind of something they sold it. And everyone's like, "Yeah, it's like fantastic." And we had that the developer, the studio put that little trailer out. You know, this is the new engine for Division. Fantastic. And it came out. I think within a week, I realised, hold on a second, if I'm not on this every day, my mates are going to be well ahead. And within a week, they were like maybe 5-6 levels ahead. But that was enough for me not to be able to jump in a game with them.
Yeah. Basically, all you could do was just sit there in a corner and hide and wait till it was all over and accept the rewards. That's all you could do.
So if you worked for a living, you were kind of fucked because you couldn't spend all day ranking your character up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame. It really is. It's such a shame. You're talking about horde mode. I'm taking that's the PvE resistance you're talking about. Wave-based survival mode where players take on enemies from all factions.
Yep.
Yeah. Skirmish. Team deathmatch, probably.
Skirmish is going to be a 4-on-4. It's basically, that's what it is, a 4-on-4 team deathmatch, which is something that's been asked for a long time, because people are basically tired of the PvP that's in the game. As far as the dead zone is concerned, the dead zone just doesn't work. Okay, it's a ridiculous place. I'm tired of people just going in there just being straight up assholes. Okay, I'm in there for a purpose, and you'll have these group of friends. Okay, it's, 2, 3, 4 people. They're playing together, and basically they go in a dead zone just to fuck with other people. So they see some guy alone, and he's trying to do something. So what do? They become rogue agents, and they just wait to see what kind of. And here's the thing I hate about the Division.
It's a lot of trolling.
They let the other players look and see what gear you've picked up, and then decide whether they want to shoot you and kill you and steal it from you. Bullshit.
I've been in the Dark Zone only a few times, obviously due to how low rank I am, and I can't help when I get in there. I'm nervous, man. I'm really anxious being there. You're just waiting for, when am I going to get fucked over here? When is it going to happen? And there's one thing about the Dark Zone that I've never understood. I don't get it, right? You get the whole evac thing, right? But when that evac comes, that anybody that hasn't got the goods is just sitting waiting. It's almost like Titanfall, just waiting to take you out.
Oh, in the extraction?
Yeah. And I don't understand the development behind that. It seems so obtuse to have to do all that hard work, and then somebody who basically either joined late or couldn't be arsed, you're thinking, it's all right. I know they've got the stuff. I know they're going to evac. I'll piss around for 20 minutes, and then when the evac comes, I'll just take them out and take the goods. I can't comprehend that side of it. But the Dark Zone I don't feel safe in there. It is down to me being at such a low rank. But you hit the nail on the head, where you do. I mean, you go on YouTube and there's loads of videos of people being trolled.
Yeah,
just clearly trolled in the Dark Zone, and you think, all right, those group of friends, it's it's laughter, but you are completely ruining it for somebody who is trying to play the game. But you get that with all games. Call of Duty touches on it as well, and GTA. Christ, that's probably the biggest trolling game going. You can't even walk down the street without being raped, shot, bombed, or burnt. Well, maybe not raped, but
just the hookers.
Next update. Yeah, and that seems to be. I would say it's kids, but I know for a fact. So there's 3 guys I know, right, that play Division like relentlessly, and I watch their updates on Xbox, and some of it goes on YouTube, and they're the biggest trollers going. And I mean, they get a rise out of it. They love it. They absolutely love the Dark Zone and just following somebody, not shooting them, because obviously you see that person turned around and they spot the three shadows he's now picked up, and you can see that the character's twitching. He's not knowing right, are they going to shoot me? Am I going to shoot them? You know, and it must be a horrible feeling to know you've got these people just waiting for you to get your goods. And I mean, these three guys will follow him everywhere.
Uh-huh.
They'll just follow him, not do anything, and then wait right to the end. Boom, do him, and he's done. For me, that would be a Xbox or controller out the window moment for me. Do you know that hard work? It's like doing a race and crashing out.
And that's the thing that's fucked up about the game is I can understand that, you know, the dead zone, that's cool, player versus player type aspect in that type of environment. But when you get a group of people specifically picking on solo players or you know, maybe one or two people, you know, you've got four guys in your group and then you're going to pick on two people, one or two guys in there that are in there together. That just makes you pathetic. Okay. Because if you ever notice that group of guys, they never pick on another group when they see somebody else that's you know, the equivalent size as them. You don't see that happen. They just like, okay, we'll leave them alone because, you know, I mean, you do get some. You get guys that, you know, a couple of groups that go in there specifically. That's what they're there to do. They're there to fuck with each other and they have fun. But when you're just picking on people that have nothing to do with your group or anything, that just makes you an asshole. And unfortunately, that's where the gaming industry is now. I mean, 50% of gamers are assholes, plain and simple. I won't retract that statement. I do not feel bad about making that statement because I'll tell you what, it's not only that game. I'll show you why. I'll explain to you why it's just that way. Because whatever game you go into, whether it be the Division, they fucking you over in the dead zone. Whether you go to GTA Online, you're getting fucked over there. How about racing games? How about those schmucks on frickin' Forza?
Public lobbies.
You know, That's all they're there to do is just to crash and bash. And it's fucking race. You know?
Right. You touched on GTA, right? A while back, I won't name him because it's not fair, right? I was in GTA, you know, the multiplayer, and there's a guy I know who used to play on Battlefield, and the guy's mint on Battlefield. This guy's is in a jet. He will spot like, you know, an ant and take it out. But on sniping on GTA, it's ridiculous how accurate and how the distances he does it. And there was one night for some reason I kept spawning there and just with this one street, and every time I spawned, doesn't matter where it was in the street, bang, sniped. He must have done me like 20 times, right? And I was just getting to grips with the game. He'd had it for a while, right? So I then sent a message saying, look, mate, do me a favor, just give me a break, so I'm still trying to learn the game, right? Probably the worst thing I could have done, because obviously that just opened the floodgates to me getting the shit ripped out of me, honestly. And I thought, you know what, I don't want to go on multiplayer. It can ruin an experience. You know, when somebody pays out for a game that's you know, I don't know, Destiny, Call of Duty, GTA, Division, Wildlands, whatever, everybody deserves the chance to enjoy it, to play it, and experience the time and effort and the money that's gone into the game. So when you troll these people, for me, it's almost I dare say a form of online bullying in a way, without any sort of verbal exchange, which can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's funny at the time, maybe once or twice, but when you're persistently trolling something, you have to start thinking about the person at the other end, and especially when you don't know who these people are. I mean, it could be a child, for Christ's sake. I mean, these days, I mean, you get an 18-rated game, the chances are they're going to be 8-year-olds sat in the bedroom while mummy and daddy are smoking crack downstairs. That's a bit heavy, wasn't it? But it happens, yeah. And that's where fair gaming comes in. We talk about clean racing a lot when we do the racing games, but in general, fair gaming has to happen. And I think people need to take responsibility about what they're doing and think about the consequences. That's kind of a serious side to it. I'm sorry, it got a bit serious there.
No, it's a major problem. I do
think it's valid. Yeah.
It's a major problem in the gaming industry right now. It's just basically people are just there to screw everybody else's game up. There's just too many of them people out there.
It's not new though. I mean, look at Call of Duty. I mean, it's you know, it's epic rage quits and YouTubes and audios from people in Call of Duty.
Okay, yeah. People, rage. There's a big difference though when you're talking about.
Yeah, but why the rage quitting?
It's because they don't want to sit there and wait. or they're just tired of getting
being trolled, and you know, I mean, look at these people that there's a video on YouTube now. It's going viral, and it's an old clip from Modern Warfare 2.
All I gotta well, hold on a second. Just to say, when you're talking about Call of Duty, and as far as what happens in there, the only thing I can say about Call of Duty is just get better, because it's not the same thing. Your game is not being ruined because you're in multiplayer, which is the purpose of shooting each other. Yeah, I'm talking about games where, yes, there's a purpose to actually, hit each other, shoot each other, whatever, but there's other aspects of it that should be acknowledged. Multiplayer in Call of Duty, that is specifically you're there to shoot the enemy. If you have a problem because you're being killed too much by the enemy, that's because you suck at the game. That's all I can say.
Well, see, if you let me finish, the video I was watching, right, it wasn't Modern Warfare 2, it was Call of Duty 4, and there's a map called Shipment, which everybody knows, right? You know, the containers and stuff. And there's the video, basically, this guy has the respawn points. This was bad in the early days of Call of Duty. He knew where the respawns were on the map because it's such a small map. So as soon as he killed the guy, he was sprinting across, bring his scope up, and as soon as the guy spawned, bang, and he was just darting around the map and just instantly killing this guy every time he spawned. And I'm thinking, that's not gaming. You know, you're clearly just out to ruin someone's day, and that is the downside and the negative side to online gaming, because unless you're in a party with somebody, you don't know who you're fucking with. In some cases.
I still wouldn't call that the same thing. I mean, hell, we even did that on Battlefield. We do,
You trolled on Battlefield?
I didn't troll. We'd end up taking most of the bases back, so all they had was their spawn point. So guess what? We all lined up around and circled their spawn point. Get through. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I mean, like, Metro was bad. Metro was really, really bad for that. That was just a choke point.
Oh, that game has multiplayer? Metro has multiplayer?
No, the map.
Oh, you're talking about Call of Duty.
Yeah. No, Battlefield.
I thought you were talking about the game Metro.
No. You talked about Metro, and I said the game Battlefield. I don't mean Metro. No, well, I wish Metro had multiplayer. But yeah, it is such a shame. I think if the Dark Zone was more accessible in Division, it might be a friendlier place. But it just, for me, as soon as I enter it, it's not a friendly place. It's not some place you want to be.
It's not a friendly place, but it's a good place. I mean, I like the concept. It's just the fact that, unfortunately, it's the players that ruin. This wasn't Ubisoft's fault. I can't blame Ubisoft for the concept of the Dead Zone. It's just the players who take advantage of it and ruin that aspect of the game. I mean, you want to take guys on one-on-one, two-on-one, that's fine. But when you get groups of 4 or 5 players all in there together picking on, solo players because, they just want to steal what they got or fuck up their day, I mean, that's just you being assholes, plain and simple. I mean, yeah, we can fuck this guy up. Yeah, you can. We know you can. It's what's the point? What are you accomplishing at that point? It's just, and then what gets me is half the stuff that they're just there to fuck you up, because the stuff that you're looting does nothing for them other than give them credits, because they've got their gear is all top of the line. They're not going to freaking.
I think it's the ones that are chasing to have the max level as fast as possible and have all the gear as fast as possible,
but they already have it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're already top. They're already highest level. They already have the best gear. They've already got it. Because
it's an ego trip, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's an ego trip. It's just being an asshole. And I know all about that, because when I want to be an asshole, I'm good at being an asshole. Don't get me wrong. I'm good at it. But I don't choose to do that. I don't choose to do it. If I'm in a public racing lobby on Forza, Project Cars, whatever it is, I'm not in there to fuck up your race. When I'm in Division, in the Dead Zone, I am not there to fuck up your game. I'm not there to be a rogue agent. It's just, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes you'll have those moments in your gaming where you spontaneously become the asshole because something's happened. But then there's the other side where people just generally they go online and they jump in the game, and their purpose is to be that asshole that everyone hates.
Yeah,
and it's honestly it's
because they're bored. Because they're
ridiculous.
bored. Oh, I'm bored, so I'm just gonna fuck with people now. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, if you're bored, play a different game. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to what we were talking
Nintendo.
about. It's the skirmish in the new update is a 4-on-4, basically a deathmatch scenario. So it's a highly anticipated update coming for the Division, because they've so had to do something with this game to try and at least expand upon the story, because they've really been ignoring that. Really concentrating on the multiplayer aspect, the horde moding, all that stuff, and it's good to see that they're not ignoring it. Now, I've heard their Division 2 is in the works. Whether it's actually, they're supposedly in a second game going to be coming out.
So what, a new city, or?
You know what? I'm hoping so, because that was the original intent on the game. The game was going to spread out. The game was going to spread out. You were going to start spreading out, because if you watch,
you didn't hear me there, did you?
What?
You're not talking about cities. I said, yeah, they're coming to Glasgow. So there's no weapons. It's bottles of Bucky, shivs, barbells.
You'll end up dying by lack of sunlight. You'll get no vitamin D.
He's always got to have a dig. I've not digged at the States once on this podcast. Not once have I had a dig about their spelling and
spelling
and other things.
There's no U in color.
Like the fact that the camp in the Division's named after Hillary Clinton. I've not mentioned that.
Well, excuse me?
I haven't mentioned that, Camp Clinton, yeah. The main draw one that will be this zone and a Camp Clinton social space.
Yeah, the new social space will be Camp Clinton.
Yeah.
But but anyway, whether it's but the original aspect of the game was, they were saying, and if you watch there's like a half-hour movie, or a short, of the Division, real life. I don't know, 30-minute short about it's called Origins, the Agent's Origins, and it shows 4 agents all sitting there, and they get that call and they go on. But if you start hearing some of the stuff that's going on in that little short, you start hearing that the epidemic is spreading. And that's what originally was supposed to be going on with the game. Is it was supposed to spread, and you were going to go to different areas, and the second game was going to take place in a different part of the U.S., or then eventually maybe go into another country. So whether they're actually going to continue that plan,
wasn't it? That's what I said at the start about the epidemic, but it seems to have been kind of lost.
Yeah.
The whole yeah.
So whether they're actually going to continue it with that way, I don't know. But I did hear that, and again, this is just rumor. Whether it's because plenty of games have started to get developed, but they just never came to fruition. We'll see. But this big update is probably going to be a precursor to whether they do continue the game or not, which I hope they do. I do like the game. And to me, I don't mind grinding games because, I don't know, I like just going in, just doing shit. Whether it's doing it over and over again, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I like it.
I'd like to see if there is a new Division. I'd like to see something that is not as claustrophobic. I'm not claustrophobic, but I think the Division is, even though it's a big map and there's a lot of places you can go, it always, no matter what you do, it always feels small.
See, I like that. I like the urban warfare.
I like something that was slightly, not Wildlands, maybe somewhere between, or just off, just slightly bigger than the way Division is now.
I don't know. I like it. I like the fact that there's plenty of places to take cover. I like the fact that you can move around. I like the urban warfare.
I'd like to see the rubbish lorry come down and clear some of those bags, because that's that's a health and safety issue. You know.
But what I am curious about with the new expansion called Resistance, I'm interested to see what they do as far as using the aircraft carrier. Because as far as when you're in story modes, from what I hear, you're going to be going into the aircraft carrier. It's not you can't get in there on free roam, but supposedly you're going to be in the aircraft carrier when it comes to playing the story. So I'm interested to see that. I don't know. We need to get you back in the playing.
I sent you a link. Maybe we'll put the this little trailer video. We'll put it in the comments to this podcast. If you have a wee look at it, see if you go searching for it, it'll be down there. And it's the free update reveal trailer. I don't know how long it is, but it's in there. And then there you can see
a little over a minute long.
There you go. But obviously, I'll give you a little sort of scoop at what it's about.
Yeah, I'm interested in getting inside the dance club because there's supposedly a disco you can get into too. And now, of course, with the Division, it's copied some of the other games because now there's emotes. So and some of them are kind of stupid.
Emotes.
Yep.
God.
Is
there not an emotes movie or something coming out? I'm sure I have.
No, it's emojis.
Is that emoji?
It's emoji. Oh. It's an emoji movie. It's already come out.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean.
But yeah, now you got emotes in the Division, so you can make your agent dance.
Destiny.
Destiny. But hopefully, but there is one thing that I did find about the Division that I did hate, and it seems to be becoming very, very much common in today's practice when it comes to games. But the customizations are just so shit lately.
Wait, did you not get a new bubble hat?
What do you mean?
In Division?
No.
Some of the things you can get, I think. What's the point in that? You can get a bubble hat. You now get it in blue. Fantastic. Because as I'm roaming the streets, I want to look serious. I want people to take me seriously because I'm gunned up and I'm wearing a bubble hat with a pom pom on top. Don't mess with him. He's got a pom pom. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I went with that. I just vision of you in a pom pom hat, looking all mean walking through the streets. Not really, not real appropriate, is it? Anyhow, but sorry, customizations.
Customizations suck.
As in what? Obviously, you weren't talking about pom pom hats because I went off on a little tangent there. Are you talking about weapons, gear?
The look of your agents, the look of your characters? They suck in most games nowadays. They absolutely suck.
Somebody happened to point out that I don't know how I managed it, but for some reason, my character on my agent in Division looks like David Beckham, and I never thought about it. I don't know. Put a tattoo on his neck. I gave him a go. He looks kind of cool. And then I realized, actually, no, it is. He does look like David Beckham.
Now, I can't say what it's like as far as the PC, because we don't play the PC versions of games. But as far as consoles go, between Destiny, The Division, Mass Effects, it's just why can't we get good in-depth customization like we do when it comes to games like Tiger Woods golf and stuff like that? I mean, literally, you can just about do anything in those types of games. But when it comes to games like the ones I just listed, we get, here's a face, here's a face, here's a face. You get five choices of faces. It's like, come on, this is ridiculous. Give us some options. Get the customization out there. I don't know.
I'm not. See, I'm not really that fussed about what the face looks like. I mean, some games, right? You get like you say, 8, 12 faces to go from. You think, right? If they've only had to design 12 faces, it's not that difficult. And you look at some of them, you think it looks like something that a 2-year-old's made from Play-Doh, and then they've put it on there as a face. they get some games like the Division look really, really good, and then you look at some of the faces and stuff, and you think, did they get bored by that point? Think, we need to put a face on it. All right, spend 20 minutes on that, Dave. Knock it off for us. Sometimes some games do that. Some games are really bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. That guy looks really, really good, and he's got this silly little face on him. Sometimes it looks worse than the old Rainbow Six Vegas. Do you remember you used to be able to put your face on the Rainbow Six Vegas? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
With the old 360 camera, you can actually put your face on the character. And even that looks better than some of the games these days for customization.
Yeah, you used to be able to do that on the sports games too.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's what's to look forward to. Division update 1.8, the Resistance. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the story expand. I don't know. And the fact is, it's free. It's not going to cost you anything like the other expansions did.
Shouldn't do, should it? I think they're making the money off it.
They're making the money off of it, but I think they made the smart move of doing all this as an update and offering it for free to bring people back to the game, because they're finally giving what people have been asking for. They've been asking for the player versus player as far as deathmatch goes, instead of just the dead zone and whatever all the other offerings in the other DLCs. So we're finally getting that. We're finally getting, like I said, the expansion of the story. So hopefully this is a very good update, and it'll help prove that the game is, because a lot of people are saying the game is dead. It's not. There's still a lot of people still in the game. I see them all the time. It's quite full. So that's just it. It's a free update.
Is it just to need something fresh? Could it be that?
They do. They need something new.
Could it be something like, let's say, I can have a crossover. So you've got Wildlands, it's out in the country. You've got Division, it's in the city. A crossover game where possibly your character from either game can be then played in a game that kind of branches the two. If you know what I'm saying, maybe not Division, but you know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got you get two like TV shows. You've got Chicago PD, and you've got I think Chicago Fire, and their characters cross over. There's kind of a middle ground between the two shows. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see something like that with the games, because then you've got a lot more scope with your characters and what you can do.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And obviously, if you've got, let's say, I don't know, one guy has one game, one guy has other, but you don't want to buy the three games. As long as you own two of the games, you can have that crossover online stuff. That'd be quite interesting. Might be difficult to do. It'd be an interesting scope of things. Yeah.
Seems how you need the same coding.
Yeah. Just a thought. It's just a thought.
What they can do is what you can do is create that third game, and if you've got either one of the other games, you can get that third one for free. There'd be a thing.
There's always that. Yeah. There is. See, I like free stuff.
Well, everybody wants free stuff, even though nothing in life is free.
Song there, no, Freddie Mercury.
So that's it. The Division, the new update 1.8 Resistance. Looking forward to it. There's no time frame given as far as when it's going to drop. All we know is it's coming out in the fall. So looking forward to that. What else we got to talk about?
I just want to touch on one thing here. Call of Duty. Now, it's not so much about the game. It's something they were doing, and I was totally unaware of this. Right? The Call of Duty franchise have a thing called the Call of Duty Endowment. It's a charitable fund that helps veterans into work after serving the military. Now, they've helped 37,000 US troops, veterans so far, obviously in the US. And they've just announced that this foundation is actually branching out into the UK, which is something, if they can reach 37,000 in the US, God knows how many they're going to reach in the UK. They'd probably reach every veteran in the UK, I'd imagine. Because I think every person that's in the military, whether you're Army, Navy, or RAF, and maybe in X-Forces, has played Call of Duty at some point. And the fact that a game of that nature is kind of given back to the people that really are sort of as big as fanboys, if you like. Because I used to be a big Call of Duty fanboy. I think it's really, really interesting. And I just came across it, and I thought it was quite, an interesting thing because I didn't know they'd done it, and I think I've never known of any other game or heard of any other game that takes what the game's about and the world it's about and gives straight back to the same world in real life. So it was just something I saw and I thought that's pretty interesting. I mean, the Foundation's been running since 2009 in the US by Activision, and it's the CEO Bobby Kotick that actually runs it. So he's bringing it to the UK. I'm going to try and keep an eye on this one and see what information I can find out because I think it's quite interesting. I'm definitely interested in it. It doesn't mean I'm going to go and buy Call of Duty. I have a keen interest in anything that helps veterans. Doesn't matter whether the US or UK. I think it's all good work, and if people are going to do this off their own backs, I mean, they make enough money, so this is not a money maker for me. This is them giving back. I don't see anything else in it, but I just thought it was quite interesting, and it was worth a mention, to be honest.
The veterans tend to have a harder time. What's the word I'm looking for? Reallocating themselves to the workforce when they leave the military, especially if they've served during wartime. They end up having a harder time, reintegrating. That's the word I was looking for. Reintegrating into society when it comes to just working a regular job and so forth. And because when you're in the military, you're specialized in something, and when you do something in the military, say whether you're military police, well, you'd probably want to look into something to law enforcement, which a lot of military police do when they leave the service. They'll look into law enforcement, and then you have other things like mechanics and so forth, whether it be chopper mechanics, the vehicle mechanics. These guys have a specialized skill to where it makes it easier for them to allocate or reintegrate themselves into society. But when you're talking about guys who serve as grunts, basically they're in the infantry, their specialized skill is shooting a weapon and killing people. That's what they're, and then the tank operators, the guys who work on the tank, who team up on the tanks, they don't have that skill to really come back into a workforce.
See, I don't know what I suppose the same in the US. I'd said with a few US, I was in Afghan, is that no matter what trade you do, whether you're a chef, a clerk, supply, you're a petrol operator, fill the tanks, your first role across the board is you're a trained soldier. Yeah. So you've got basic infantry skills no matter what you do.
Right.
And it's come back into civvy streets, we call it in the UK. It's because you're institutionalized. So you live the army life, and all of a sudden you don't have that rule that surrounds you. Yeah. And it can be difficult, and some people, fare worse than others. And it's good that there's another. I mean, there's thousands out there, that help, and some help better than others. I just think it's really good that there's something from the gaming community, or the gaming world is lifting a finger and actually giving a helping hand. So hat off to them if I was wearing one.
Yeah.
Well done.
Kudos to Call of Duty or in Activision as far as that goes. I won't give you kudos for your game because that still sucks. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. So anything else?
Anything else? Small thing. I know what Xbox mouse and keyboard support has been announced that it is coming. No dates coming.
Yeah, they've been saying that for years.
Yeah, it was. They've announced it again that it is coming.
Yeah.
And
they're on their altered reality kick again.
It has keyboard support anyway. You just need an.
When it comes to Microsoft and Xbox, I take everything they say lightly. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it because, like I said, the mouse and keyboard support that's been talked about forever. This new altered reality, everybody remembers the HoloLens. Well, now they're on a kick with all these other different types of altered reality headsets to compete with virtual reality. So again, they just keep talking about stuff. I mean, look at what was the one that they were doing there with the room or the projections to where it would immerse you into the game by projecting half of the game into your living room. I mean, they talked about that too.
Holograms and stuff.
Not holograms, but you basically, your screen that you're looking at playing your game would expand past the television, so you'd feel like you were in the game.
Okay.
I forget what it was called, but it was
just.
They were developing it and they were talking about it for so long, and then they come to find out, going, "Oh well, we'd actually have to charge more than people could actually afford for the whole system, so we're not going to do it."
Or you could just run your game via a projector, and it does that for you.
Yeah.
For me, my biggest gripe right now is USB ports. Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Seriously?
What?
There's not enough USB ports on a Xbox One S. There's not.
You got 3.
No, right. The Kinect uses an USB.
If you use the Kinect.
Okay, your controller, because it's plugged in because of the wheel. Hard drive.
What else do you need?
I need to plug my wheel in, don't I? I'm missing one. Controller, wheel, hard drive, and Kinect. You only have 3 USB ports.
So plug in your wheel and forget your controller.
Well, no, because it runs my headset. Unless I get a wireless headset. But it just, it begs belief.
Well, no, if you get a wireless headset, you still need a USB port for the transmitter.
Yeah. So I'm now going to have to purchase.
You know what? I've got a simple solution. Stop using the Kinect.
No, because when you want to record something, especially your racing, you can see it. And instead of having to push the button and, veer off track. So I might sell it. No, because I bought the Kinect adapter and stuff. I like the Kinect. So I am going to be purchasing 3.0 USB hub.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why don't you just get a hub?
I did purchase a USB hub that was advertised at 3.0, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's just not. It's not. It's really, really not.
Here's my thing. You purchased a 3.0 hub, but aren't the ports on an Xbox only 2.0?
No, the one on the front is 3.0, I believe, or is it the one in the back? One of them is a 3.0. I think it's the one in the front is 3.0. In order to run the wheel and everything else, you need the 3.0 one. Now, I have found one. So it is definitely, because I've just on various sites, found it on Amazon and stuff, it is a 3.0. So I have found one. It's just a case of purchasing it. Because at the minute, for some reason, and this is only recent for some reason, my controller keeps turning off. Now, this is really random, right? Because I've got the plug-and-play charge kit. The first cable I thought was broken because the controller started turning off. So I repurchased. I got a brand new plug-and-play official cable. And I think the reason it's gone off is because it's plugged into this hub, and there's not enough juice going through this hub to keep it connected. But in saying that, this problem only seems to be happening on Forza. It's not happening on Project Cars. It's happening on Forza. Same with another weird thing happens when I run Forza with the TX wheel is what I do one race. When I go to the next race, while I'm on grid, I've got to reset my rotation real quick before the race starts. And that's every single time I race on Forza. I can't seem to find an answer for it, to be honest. People are saying, reinstall the game and stuff. Well, I've done that. But, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I think, Forza 7's around the corner. It could be a purchase. Depending on the demo on the 19th, it could be a purchase. But we'll see. We'll definitely see what's happening with that. So yeah. Okay. So Gally's researching. He's typing away. Is he? You typing away?
From what I'm seeing, the 2 ports in the back on an Xbox One S are 3.0.
And the one in the front? I've been surprised.
I'm not seeing anything specifying that. They're not There's a lot of mixed answers here.
Well, I think the 3.0s have the blue bit of plastic in them, don't they, to identify that they're, because when you get the Kinect for the Xbox One S, you have to buy the adapter, and instead of having that white bit of plastic, it's got the blue. I think that's the identifying mark of the 3.0. So if that's the case, yeah, the Xbox One S is 3.0. But my hub doesn't have that. It arrived and I was like, that's like the piddliest little USB cable and plug I've seen in a long time. So,
all I know is that my drive hub works.
Yes, it does. It does. So we're seeing you on Xbox now, which is good. Which is good.
If you heard a while back, I bought this new device called the Drive Hub.
But it's like that.
Yes.
It's like that. It's tiny.
Yeah, it's smaller than a pack of cigarettes.
It looked like it was like about that size, in the picture, because it was close up. And I thought, it's a decent size. It'll sit underneath the telly. You could sit it underneath your mug. It's that small.
Yeah, no, it's smaller than a pack of cigarettes. All it does is you just plug in whatever wheel you're using, and what this now allows. Because if you're somebody who likes to race, if you've noticed, you have to buy a wheel specific to your console. If you're a console racer, okay. If you're a console racer, you have to buy a wheel specific to your console. No longer, if you buy the Drive Hub from, I bought it from Chronomax website. It's from Collective Minds. Excuse me. It's a very awesome device. What you do is you plug in your controller, whether it be your Xbox controller or your PlayStation controller, and then you plug in the wheel that you're using. Now, if you're using a PS4 wheel, a G29 like I am, you just hook it up normal to your PlayStation. But if you're going to use it on your Xbox, you plug in your Xbox controller into the back, you plug in the wheel to this device as well, and then you plug the device into your Xbox. This now makes your G29 PlayStation wheel register as an Xbox wheel. So now I have been sitting there playing Forza with my G29. So no longer
the market for all the wheel producers.
Yeah, no longer having to
blow the market out of the water.
Buy different wheels. You can just one wheel for all systems. So now doesn't matter what I play, whether I want to play PlayStation, Xbox, or even if I want to go to PC, I can use the same wheel all the way across the board, and I love it. So It works.
Hey, we were skeptical. It wasn't, but the fact that it works, the wheel market is now in the bin.
Yeah.
There'll be wheels just sat on shelves.
You'll probably not get a lot of people that know about it right off the bat. I'm trying to get Inside Sim Racing to do something about it.
We have 13 subscribers to this channel know about it.
Yep. Well, maybe the word will spread.
Well, we know we've got more viewers, but you're watching on Facebook, you're watching it via my Twitter or my page and stuff. So there's people watching, they're just not subscribing. So hit that subscribe.
Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. And now I know there has been a real lack of streamed gameplay. I have just been too busy with other things. And we've been working lately on a reunion race with our old racing crew, which is going on tonight. And you're not going to be there because...
Other plans.
No, it's because you want to race with your crew instead of building bridges and partnerships.
No. It's a prior commitment. So
you got to understand there's sacrifices that need to be made when you're running a community.
Oh, this is a prior commitment. I thought it was yesterday. I was ready to go. Livery's done practice. I was ready for it yesterday. Oh dear. Yeah.
So he won't be there. So we'll be having lots of fun without him. Probably means there'll be a lot less crashes. Look at him. He's not arguing. But been real busy with that. But I will be coming back with some more live streams with. I do have the Division on PlayStation as well as Xbox, so I will be doing some of that. I will be doing some Destiny 2, and I will eventually get to Rise of the Tomb Raider as well. So,
well, I'll get back on PS4 and I'll do some streaming. I haven't been on PS4 in a long time, so yeah, I've been negligent. I have been. I can only apologize humbly.
Yeah, I've been busy trying to do a lot of other stuff. So, and like I said, I don't know what's going to be happening here as far as the winter comes because the job I currently have is a seasonal job. So, there's might be some changes coming. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Again, hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified when there is new content to look at. And if you like the video, hit that like button. If you dislike it, give us a thumbs down. And then, I don't know, give us a comment on it if you have anything to say of whether you, what you think about the new update coming to the Division or anything else. Okay. For Ewok, I'm Gallifrey Madman, and take it easy.
See you later.